talk, she's trying to do, she's, anything you offer her, she's like absorbing it like a sponge. And you can see the difficulty in her just trying to do it.
It's almost like she's gone through a second infancy because she's trying to learn everything.
Yes,
you,
and
right?
yet you know up here,
Right.
she's grown, and I know she remembers from before.
Right.
And
which is tough.
It is
it's
tough.
really tough.
It is tough.
Because an infant,
Doesn't
when they're
walk.
learning to walk and stumble, well, they've never walked.
Yeah.
You know, an infant doesn't have that memory of being able to walk, of being able to do normal everyday activities, but this young lady does, and
Yes.
you guys are helping her to regain as much of that as possible. And then you touched on something which is it's cruel. This thing that when a child is here and they turn 21, the law says that they can no longer be here. So could you tell us a little bit about what Patches is trying to do? Maybe this is a question for Kyle, and I'll ask her as well if she has the time, but can you tell us a little bit about what Patches is trying to do to be able to take care of a Patches child after they turn 21? Kyle mentioned that she's petitioning the legislature.
Yeah, it has to be petitioned through the legislature to have a bill, I guess, written that
Right.
we can have the children, to keep them. There is no place for them to go unless they go into a nursing home. And you've read the stories about the nursing home. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that they don't have enough care going on there. These children just can't go there and be left. They're kids, they're valuable, and they have a life, and they have a life, and they just need the continued care.
Well, I think that, the law, I'm a lawyer, and I think that the law is really good for mathematical things, things that you can put into an equation, like if you make this much money, you pay this much in tax. But this is where the law is horrible, because somebody can come here literally from the age of birth through 21, and you develop all those human ties, and at 21, there's this thing called the law that says that they can no longer be here, and it's like, it doesn't make sense, but I hope that you guys are able to do it and be successful in petitioning the legislature, and I hope that you guys now see that the contributions that you're going to make for this ride not only help with the day-to-day stuff, the food, whatever you guys need, but it's going to help hopefully with the legislative stuff that needs to be done so that the law can be expanded to accommodate the human reality here, and that is that family bonds are formed here. And it just doesn't seem human to cut off those family bonds at some arbitrary date called you're 21 years old. So,
See, and one of the things that Pat just does